What if I told you that starting on August 11th, your voice finally gets its power back? After weeks of Mercury retrograde slowing down our communication, creativity, self-expression, and confidence, Mercury is finally stationing direct in Leo. That means it's time for clarity, bold self-expression, and finally moving forward with plans that stalled out in July. In this video, I'm going through all 12 signs so you can see exactly where this new momentum shows up in your life. Let's begin.
Aries Rising. For the past few weeks, Mercury has been retrograde in your 5th house. This part of your chart rules creativity, romance, children, and joy. So you may have noticed creative projects stalling, or maybe you had brilliant ideas but couldn't figure out how to capture them on paper. In dating or romance, conversations may have felt a little off. Maybe you sent a message that got left on read, or you tried to make a gesture that just didn't land. With kids, there might have been more frustration than fun. It was like sitting in a theater, waiting for the orchestra to start. You knew something was supposed to happen, but the room stayed quiet. Moving forward, after August 11th, the curtain finally rises. The music finally begins. You're going to feel playful energy returning, like color flooding back into a black and white picture. Your creativity flows again, ideas feel exciting and alive. Romantic conversations turn warmer, lighter, more responsive. If you've been waiting to share a project or plan a date or just have more fun, this is your green light. Move forward and let yourself enjoy. You'll notice laughter comes more easily, inspiration strikes at the right moment, and a sense that the universe is clapping along with your rhythm instead of leaving you in silence. This is your season to be bold, expressive, and unapologetically joyful. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments. For you, Taurus Rising, Mercury in the past few weeks has been retrograde in your 4th house, which rules home, family, roots, and emotional security. So you might have noticed family conversations going in loops, or feeling like no one was really listening. Home projects may have dragged on, or you might have struggled to make decisions about where you want to live or how you want your home to feel. Emotionally, it may have felt like walking through a house where the lights kept flickering. Not quite dark, but not steady either. As Mercury stations direct on August 11th, the lights finally hold steady. You're going to feel more grounded, more certain, and more supported in your home. Conversations with family that felt touchy or complicated now flow easily. If you've been waiting to sign a lease or move forward with home plans, or simply bring more peace into your private life, this is the shift you've been waiting for. Moving forward, just notice how warmth returns to your home space. You'll feel calmer, more stable, and more ready to nurture yourself in an environment that supports you. It's time to create that sense of comfort and belonging that you've been craving. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Gemini Rising. For you, Mercury has been retrograde in your 3rd house. That represents communication, short trips, siblings, neighbors, and daily routines. So for you, you might have noticed lost messages, tech glitches, or errands that just would never come together. Maybe you were trying to express yourself, but it felt like tuning a radio and catching only static. Conversations may have left you frustrated, and short trips could have been riddled with delays or confusion. As Mercury now moves direct, this frequency clears. Suddenly, your words land exactly the way that you intend. Texts go through, emails are answered, and your mind feels sharper and more organized. You'll notice how much easier it is to keep up with daily tasks, and how smooth your routines become when these hiccups fade away. So moving forward, make the call, send the message, write the post. You'll feel like you've finally found the perfect station on the dial. Clear, steady, and energizing. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Cancer Rising. For you, Mercury has been retrograde in your 2nd house, ruling money, possessions, and self-worth. So you might have noticed delays in pay, unexpected expenses, or confusion about how to handle your finances. On a personal level, you might have even questioned your worth or felt undervalued. It was like trying to hold on to sand, but no matter how tightly you gripped, it kept slipping through your fingers. Now, as Mercury stations direct, your grip steadies. Paychecks will land, budgets make sense again, and you'll feel clearer about what you truly value. It's not just about numbers in the bank. It's about feeling secure, capable, and confident in your ability to provide for yourself. So moving forward, revisit those financial goals, make decisions with confidence, knowing you have the clarity to choose what supports your stability. You'll feel like holding a smooth, solid stone in your hand, grounded, steady, and sure. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Leo Rising. Mercury has been retrograde in your first house, ruling the self, identity, and how you show up in this world. You may have noticed your usual confidence felt dimmed, your words didn't land the way you meant, or you felt misunderstood in your own season. It may have been like standing under a spotlight that kept flickering, sometimes bright, sometimes leaving you in the shadows. So now, as Mercury stations direct, the light finally steadies. Your voice comes through strong, your presence is magnetic once again, and people finally see you the way you want to be seen. You'll notice compliments, smoother conversations, and the return of that certainty that you've been missing. Moving forward, reintroduce yourself with clarity. State your goals, update your image if you've been wanting to, and step into rooms knowing the light is squarely on you. You'll feel the warmth of the spotlight, steady, golden, and fully yours. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Virgo Rising. For the past couple of weeks, Mercury has been retrograde in your 12th house, the quiet space of the subconscious, rest, healing, and endings. You might have noticed restless nights, strange dreams, or mental fog that made focusing harder. Old fears or patterns might have resurfaced, leaving you unsure why. It might have felt like trying to read through a fogged-up window. The shapes were there, but the details stayed blurry. As Mercury moves direct again, the fog clears. You'll notice better sleep, sharper intuition, and a calmer inner world. Insights that felt half-formed now click into place, giving you peace of mind. Moving forward, honor what you've learned in this quieter season. Set boundaries with what drains you, and lean into the practices that restore you, like journaling, meditation, or simple solitude. It will feel like wiping the glass clean and finally seeing the full, beautiful view. If you found that this message resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. Libra Rising. For you, Mercury has been retrograde in your 11th house, affecting friendships, networks, and group collaborations. You may have noticed that plans with friends kept falling through, or conversations in groups leading to confusion instead of clarity. Social gatherings may have felt like sitting in a crowded cafe where everyone's talking at once, but no one really hears you. As Mercury stations direct, the noise quiets into harmony. Your voice is finally heard again, invitations pick back up, and teamwork flows again. You'll notice friends reaching out, projects regaining momentum, and laughter feeling genuine. Moving forward, say yes to social opportunities and reconnect with your community. Your ideas will land again, and the warmth of true connection will return. It'll feel like sitting at a table where conversation flows easily, glasses are clinking, and smiles all around. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Scorpio Rising. For you, this Mercury retrograde has affected your 10th house, ruling career, reputation, and public image. You might have noticed delays in professional moves, mixed signals from higher-ups, or uncertainty about your next step. It might have felt like speaking into a microphone that kept cutting in and out, visible but not fully heard. As Mercury moves direct again, the mic clicks on. Your words carry clearly, and your professional path feels less murky. You'll notice meetings running smoothly, recognition for your work, and clearer feedback from authority figures. Moving forward, schedule that important conversation. Take that interview, send the proposal, or take the next step in your goals. It'll feel like hearing your own voice ring out across a quiet room. strong, steady, and commanding attention. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. For you, Sagittarius Rising, Mercury has been retrograde in your 9th house of travel, higher learning, publishing, and big picture vision. You probably noticed delays with trips, confusion about courses or studies, or frustration with long-term plans. It may have felt like staring at a map with no compass, plenty of roads to choose from, but no clear direction. As Mercury stations direct, the compass finally steadies. Paths that felt uncertain begin to open. You'll notice opportunities to travel, clarity about education or publishing projects, and a renewed sense of purpose. So moving forward, say yes to the journey, whether literal or symbolic. Book the ticket, enroll in that course, and share your vision. It'll feel like watching the compass needle point to true north, guiding you with certainty at last. If this resonated, let me know in the comments. For you, Capricorn Rising, Mercury has been retrograde in your 8th house of shared finances, intimacy, and deep emotional bonds. So you may have noticed tension around money that you share with others, loans, taxes, or debts, or intimacy in your close relationships may have felt a lot harder to access, with conversations getting stuck. It may have felt like trying to light a fire with damp wood. The spark was there, but it just wouldn't catch. As Mercury moves direct, the fire finally takes. Conversations about money or trust move forward, and vulnerability becomes your source of strength. You'll notice more honesty in close relationships and progress in financial negotiations. Moving forward, lean into openness. Have the real talk, finalize the deal, and share what's been on your heart. Be ready to feel steady, warm, and reliable again. If this resonated, let me know in the comments. Aquarius Rising. For you, Mercury has been retrograde in your 7th house, ruling committed relationships, both romantic and professional. So you may have noticed strained communication with a partner or frustration with agreements that weren't clear. It may have felt like trying to talk over crashing waves, voices lost in the noise. As Mercury stations direct again, the tide finally calms. You'll notice conversations with partners flowing more easily, agreements getting clearer, and a renewed sense of balance. So, moving forward, share your truth openly and listen just as carefully. Put new agreements in writing if needed, and trust the calm that you're stepping into. It'll feel like standing on the shore as the waves quiet, hearing each word clearly at last. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Pisces Rising. For you, Mercury has been retrograde in your 6th house, affecting work, health, and your daily routines. So you may have noticed chaotic schedules, missed appointments, or disruptions to your health habits. It may have felt like trying to cook in a half-finished kitchen, too messy to get anything done smoothly. As Mercury stations direct, order finally returns. You'll notice clearer schedules, smoother communication with coworkers, and a renewed sense of motivation to stick to health routines. Moving forward, clean up your systems and recommit to habits that support your well-being. It'll feel like brewing a fresh cup of coffee in a clean, quiet kitchen, simple, steady, and energizing. If this message resonated, let me know in the comments.